What is going on YouTube? Joe here with Color Nation Media, and welcome to the very first Pokemon Showdown / Pokemon competitive battling video on this channel in the last 2 to 3 years. It has really been that long, and we're getting back into things today, and we're going to be jumping into the UU tier, kind of to just get my feet wet and start learning about the meta and learning about the new Pokemon and the Z crystals and all this stuff, because I haven't played competitive Pokemon since before Sun and Moon were released. So it's going to be a learning curve. If you're interested in watching someone who knows what they're doing, do not watch this video. You can just X out right now, because this is going to be a bunch of crap basically, but it's going to be fun. And so let's just get into the team. We've got a bird spam core here, and I've got Moltres, a Pokemon that I don't use a whole lot, or I haven't in the past. We got Roost, Fire Blast, Hurricane, and U-Turn. We've got the flying type Z crystal to increase the power of Hurricane. And then we've got a special attacking spread with Flame Body to get some burns here and there. And then complementing that Moltres, we have a Mega Pidgeot. I don't know why that has Air Slash. I need to fix that. We're going to put in Roost. And then we got Work Up, Refresh, and Hurricane. So it's kind of like a Stall Breaker type set. Hurricane obviously never misses thanks to no guard. So hopefully this is going to be something fun that we can use to kind of like, you know, break stall and stuff just for fun. Then we have Swampert. It's going to be our Stealth Rocker and our Phaser. We got Scald to get potential burns. It's going to be physically defensive. We got the lefties. Really nothing special there. We got Tinsect, the classic Scizor. Everybody knows that I normally like Choice Banded Scizor, but we're going especially defensive here with Defog to be able to get rid of Stealth Rocks, because this team is quite weak to rocks with our you know, double birdies. And then we got the slow U-turn for pivoting. Then we have our Revenge Killer here, which is going to be Infernape, nicknamed Heater, because why not? U-turn, Close Combat, Flare Blitz, and Earthquake. Standard EV spread, max attack, max speed, running that jolly nature. And I opted to go for Earthquake here instead of Gunk Shot, because Tentacruel is a thing. So we'll get rid of Tentacruel that way. I don't know if that's actually going to be useful, but yeah, I need to change this too, because I wanted this to be Swords Dance and it keeps changing it to Dragon Dance. I don't know why. I've changed it like 6 times. But this is going to be our Wall Breaker. We got the Lumberry, so that we can potentially absorb like a T-Wave or a Will-O-Wisp or something, or even a Toxic. And yeah, we're running, you know, max speed, max attack, positive attack nature. Really nothing special either. It's pretty much a standard set, but I needed something that was, you know, able to boost and kind of hit things heavy. But let's get started. I don't want to spend too much time on the team because the team is so bad. Like, I just threw random stuff together that I wanted to use, and let's get into it. Why do we not have like animated sprites? I think I need to, yeah. All right, they'll be animated after this. I must have had a wrong setting on there or something. This is looking like a pretty interesting team. What is that electric thing on the far left? That's the mythical Pokemon, right? Zorora? I don't even know what its name is. And I don't know what it does. So this is off to a great start. I did want to lead with Swampert here to get up Stealth Rocks, but this is not a good situation. He's probably just going to Leech Seed me, so I could potentially stay in Stealth Rock, but I'm not going to risk it. So I'm going to go into Ultra Chicken here. And we do get Leech Seed. I should have just Stealth Rocked. Oh boy, now I'm going to U-turn because he's going to switch. He's not going to leave his Chestnut out to, yeah, absorb that. He's got an easy switch in Rotom Heat, which absorbs every attack that I could want to throw at it. It resists both my stabs as well. And it's a good thing that this thing is out here, because we actually want to weaken this. I can kind of run through his team with Moltres if we can weaken the Empoleon, and we can weaken this thing. We're going to need Rocks Up for that Togekiss as well. But anyway, I'm actually going to go into my Haxorus here, and I can boost on this thing. I mean, chances are he's probably just going to Volt Switch out, but he could try to Will-O-Wisp or T-Wave me. What is he doing? What is he doing? Inferno Overdrive. Oh my goodness, that was a Z move. Okay, at least I know he's not holding some kind of barrier or anything, or lefties. But we do have Earthquake, and that's going to hit this thing because we have Mold Breaker. So that's perfect that this thing is out of the way. We did have to take a lot of damage. I'm kind of hoping he goes into Togekiss here so we can just Poison Jab it, but we're not going to be that lucky. Why is he going after this thing? Maybe he thinks I'm adamant? This thing might be scarfed. TBH, this thing might be scarfed. I don't know that I need Haxorus for anything. It would really help if I knew the speed tier of that Zorora. But I'm not going to get into like checking things and like calculating in the middle of matches just yet, because I need to kind of like get into the flow of what's going on here before I start adding a bunch of other stuff on top of that. So it turns out that he is scarfed. He has to be scarfed to outspeed, because I think Krookodile has base 92, 91, something like that. He's got to be slower than Haxorus. So what do I want to do here? What do I want to do here? We could just go in because we do outspeed, and he's pretty much going to assume that this is Choice Scarf now, I would imagine, because why else would I go into this just to be killed? Unless he thinks I'm stupid and I don't know that he's Choice Scarf. Okay. See, I clicked U-turn there because I thought he would be scared out by that. And it still did a lot of damage. It did over 50%. Interesting too that he's running Moxie, which I guess that makes sense. I mean, I would think most of them would run Intimidate, but if you're running a more offensive set, I suppose that understands. That did so much damage. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We're just gonna have to sack off Tinsect here. That was not what I should have done, but to be fair, I really didn't have anybody to switch in. It was either that or I just sack off like Swampert or something, or you know, have it take so much damage. But it doesn't look, well, no, he could still have Stealth Rock on the Empoleon. But anyway, we're gonna U-turn out here because, you know, obviously he's gonna be switching out, which he does. He goes into the Togekiss, and I don't know what this thing is gonna be. It could be defensive, it could be like a T-Wave Air Slash set. I'm really not sure. If he wants the T-Wave Pidgeot, I could just refresh that. I can probably set up on this, I guess. The problem would be I don't have any damage on that Empoleon yet, so I don't know that I want to just start. I don't know. I'm tempted to at least get some damage off. Let's see what he does here. I'm gonna work up. Let's just see what he does. He is gonna T-Wave, so we can refresh that away. Oh, but he's just going to Hax me into Oblivion. That's not really what I wanted to see. I did not want to be hacked into Oblivion. This team does not have a lot of answers to things like really strong water types, like absolutely just destroy this team. Like Primarina just poops all over this team. Like I literally have no counters to it at all. I just got hacked to death. There was no reason for me to just waste that. Part of that comes down to the team and not the way I'm playing though, because this team is not set up to deal with something like that. I suppose I could have switched out to Swampert because he can't paralyze me. That probably would have been the better play. I'm probably playing a little bit too fast here too, for, you know, not really knowing what the heckles I'm doing. Probably should slow down just a little bit. Because in addition to, you know, trying to figure out what I'm doing in this game, I'm also trying to commentate, and that just adds another thing on top of that. So, you know, we're balancing it out. We're figuring things out slowly but surely. So we're gonna go for Stealth Rock here, as he's going to switch out into his Chestnut, because yeah, you know, I don't think he even knew what set I was running. I haven't actually used a move with this Swampert yet. I just switched out last time. I guess I could have been like an offensive variant. Chestnut can take pretty much anything Swampert would want to throw at him. He could go for Leech Seed here again, which is what he's gonna do. And now, I don't know if he has a switch into this. Can Togekiss take 2 hits? Because we're gonna outspeed that Togekiss. It's not Scarf because we saw the T-Wave. So I don't know that it can take 2 hits plus rocks. And if he switches Empoleon into a Fire Blast, that could be a 2-hit KO too. I'm not sure, although Empoleon is so fat. So fat. So we're gonna U-turn out here, and he's just gonna go for spikes. Okay. He's getting that hazards up, and so that really doesn't bother me a whole lot. I mean, I can't defog them away anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But the spikes don't hurt me nearly as much as something like Stealth Rock would because of Moltres. So he's gonna go into the Togekiss here, as we can U-turn out on that perfectly. And we can go back out into Moltres, and we should be able to take this thing out here with a something. We could probably just click Fire Blast. He doesn't have any switch-ins to Fire Blast without taking a buttload of damage. That didn't kill. So this thing is specially defensive. I should have clicked my Z move for Hurricane. What is it? Supersonic Sky Attack? Sky Strike? Whatever it may be. Oh, Togekiss is so fat. Alright, let's go back into Jerry here. And he's going to try to T-Wave again. And at least we can switch in on that. So that's a wasted turn for him, but he is getting those lefties recoveries. And we can roar this out. Because I think he's going to switch into Chestnut here. So we can roar out the Chestnut that comes in. That's my prediction. We'll see if it comes true. Because I don't think there's a whole lot he can do with Togekiss. Yeah, he does switch out. And so we're going to bring out the Zorora here. Is that how you say that? I don't even know how to pronounce that. Looks like Zorora to me. Now, I don't know what this thing does. I know it's really fast, but that's about the extent of what I know about it. I could click Earthquake, but he could double back into Togekiss or Chestnut, to be honest. So I could Scald here as he goes for Grass Knot. Oh my goodness. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. He is Life Orb, so he's not locked into a move. I'm just gonna click Scald again here. Hopefully he over predicts. He doesn't. He just goes for Grass Knot. I could have got a free switch into Moltres, but I think this thing is faster than Moltres, so it makes sense to do that. And I didn't want to take, you know, unnecessary damage with my Infernape here because I just didn't. I just did not. He's going to go back into the Togekiss, and we're going to get quite a bit of chip damage off with the Stealth Rocks and the U-turn. We can go back into Moltres, and now we can try to pull off a kill with the Z move, which is what I should have done the last time. That was a total misplay on my part. And so this should kill it, which it does. Thank God. Togekiss is a pain in my behind. I really hate Togekiss. I seriously hate Togekiss. So he's going to go into the Krookodile here, which we know from before is Scarfed. I want to say he's going to go for Stone Edge. So my best bet here would be to not sack off Ultra Chicken and to go into my Infernape. It's tough. This is tough. I think we were down, what was it, 5-2 at one point? We're going to have our work cut out for us here if we're going to win this. He's not going to go for Earthquake. His only play really is Knockoff or Stone Edge. He does go for the Stone Edge, which we can take, thankfully, and we don't lose our Scarf, which is perfect. And I do outspeed this. That Chestnut needs to be weakened more. I could click Flare Blitz here, right? In case he wants to go into Chestnut? Close Combat might be the better play. I don't know. Because if he switches Empoleon in for some reason, why would he do that though? Actually, I think my best play is to just click U-turn, because we saw it did over 50% last time. So if he were to stay in with that Krookodile, it would be dead. And now we can switch into Moltres here. Actually, you know what? I should have just clicked Close Combat. What am I doing? That would have just absolutely destroyed this Empoleon. I was worried about that Chestnut too. Like, I did not want it to just switch in for free when I'm locked into Close Combat, because I don't know that it would have killed in 2 hits. But let's get some damage off of this Empoleon as he's going to get the rocks off, which is really unfortunate. That's going to limit how many times we can switch back in here. So let's just keep clicking Fire Blast. Somehow we have not missed a Fire Blast yet. I don't know how that has happened. But he's going to roar, We're down to 6% now, so now Infernape cannot switch back out. Now I pretty much have to click close combat and get as many close combats off as possible. Hopefully he misplays and goes into his Aurora here. I really hope that he does that. Or the Crocodile. We need to get rid of both of them, otherwise Moltres can't win, essentially. And he does go into the Crocodile. He must think I'm Bandit or something else. I don't know what. We're just gonna take him out with a close combat there. I'm okay with that. He's helping us out here because I played myself into a corner. I mean, I really have not played that well. And he goes into the Aurora. We're just gonna win this. He's handing us the win here. We're still gonna have to hit a Hurricane. Oh, well, no, we're gonna have to hit a Fire Blast. Fire Blast should take out this Chestnut, and it has higher accuracy than Hurricane. So, that's what's gonna have to happen. We can get a close combat off here, but I don't think it's gonna do that much. Chestnut is just so bulky on the physical side. I really like Chestnut too. I think it's underrated. Let's see what he's got. He's got the Drain Punch. That's a good move for Chestnut. It's a really good move for Chestnut. Go into our Ultra Chicken here and pray to all of the Hex Gods that this Fire Blast hits. It does! It hits! Yes! Alright, we get our first victory. I don't think we deserve that, but I will take it. I will take it. I learned a little bit about that Zorora thing, that it can run a Life Orb set, and that it's special, at least some of the time. I don't know if it can run a physical set. I have to do some research on that. Pretty cool Pokemon too. Pretty cool Pokemon. So let's go ahead and get into another battle here and see what we can find. Hopefully something exciting. What the f is this team? What? We could not have left this in 2016? Why do people still run teams like this? My God. This is so much fatness in one place. Like, as an American, I am pretty offended at this portrayal of overweight individuals in media. It's just horrible. It's disgusting. Shame on you. Shame on you for this disgusting fat team. My team's pretty bad in addition, so I guess I can't complain that much, but I always just hated facing teams like this. We're gonna start off with Jerry again, and we're going to just immediately fire off an Earthquake on this thing. Getting a whole bunch of damage on this is really gonna help. Now we just have to watch because he's got 1, 2, like 3 different things that could be running Wish to heal this thing back up. He's not gonna stay in now, so this is gonna give us a free chance to switch into Scizor and Defog, and his team is gonna be so passive, and we are immune to any kind of poison here. So there's really nothing he can do. He is going to go for the Wish, and I can't stop him from passing into the Tentacruel, but I can U-turn out. And oh, he's actually going to go for the Foul Play to get some damage off, and we get a nice chunk off on this Umbreon, which is great. Great. Let's see. Let's go back into Jerry, and well, see, I really want to get my Stealth Rocks up. He could have the Rapid Spin on the Tentacruel, but that is already quite weakened. Okay. Oh, he's actually going to get his Wish there. He's not passing anything. He's going to go for Wish again as we can get our rocks up. And now I could Roar to... What would he go out into? I mean, there's a chance he goes out into Quagsire. He could even try to go out into what? Alomomola? I feel like my best play here is just to Roar. I mean, he could also just Protect too. I've got a lot of options because this team is so passive. Like, I can pretty much do whatever I want. And he's actually going to go out into the Alomomola as I'm in fact going to bring out my Haxorus here. We can set up on pretty much everything. Pretty much everything other than the Klefki, I guess. But he can't stop me from setting up. The only thing I'd have to worry about is he has that Quagsire in the back. This could be a good game for some bird spam too. Like, I feel like Pidgeot could do some work. If we can get some damage off on things. So he actually goes for the Toxic there as I set up my SD. So that's you know, gets rid of our Lumberry, but now we can set up to +4, which might be greedy. Might be greedy. Yeah, he's probably just gonna go out into Quagsire here. No, he's actually just gonna stay out. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. I'm gonna Swords Dance again, why not? He's gotta bring out the Quagsire, right? You would think. You would think he's gotta bring out the Quagsire. Unless it's just not unaware for some reason. I'm almost tempted to just click Outrage and just kill this thing. I'm gonna click Earthquake again. He's still staying out, and somehow that survives. I really thought that was gonna kill this thing. Alomomola is so fat. My God. This team in general is just so overweight. It's disgusting. It is disgusting. Alright, let's switch out into Super Chicken here. I mean, Ultra Chicken. Super Ultra Mega Chicken. And we can U-turn as he's going to switch out into Blissey. There it is. I knew that was coming. The one good thing about facing teams like this is people that play with these teams, they're so predictable. Like, even having been away for so long and having not played any games in like 3 years, 2 years, whatever it may be, I pretty much know what he's going to do already. They play, it's like the same plays over and over and over again. Toxic and Recovery, and you just switch into whatever wall you need. You don't really have to be that experienced or that good to be able to know what they're going to do. Now he's going to go into Alomomola or Quagsire or even Klefki. Well, he saw my Earthquake. He's not going to go into Klefki. What do I do here? I'm not sure that staying out in Haxorus is going to be best for us. I really want to get Pidgeot going. Like, seriously, I think we can set up and start doing some work. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go into Pidgeot. He's going to go for the Seismic Toss. Okay, so this is going to be like Seismic Toss and then either T-Wave or Toxic, or potentially both, and Recovery of some kind. What does this get? Wish and Soft Boiled. So we're gonna Mega Evolve here. We're gonna get the workup going. He's gonna go for Toxic. Oh no, he has the Stealth Rock. Okay, I was expecting the Toxic. Now the Toxic is coming, surely. Could work up again. So we're gonna get to +2 here, and there is the Toxic. So we can actually PP stall the Toxic with our refreshes, I believe. Or at least make him want to start conserving them. So let's go for Roost. This is going to take forever. Oh my goodness, he's just going to stay out in this. So our goal here is basically to get up to, I want to say +4. If we can get up to +4, we're going to be in a decent position. So we're going to get up to +3 here. Because that Tentacruel has a bunch of damage. Umbreon is 2-hit KO'd and can't do anything to us. Foul Play is not going to really bother us at all. Quagsire is usually physically defensive, right? I mean, it's like, it's bulkier on the physical side, so even though it has Unaware to ignore our boosts, like, we should still be able to 2-hit KO it, I would assume. And then same thing with Klefki. It could try to Thunder Wave us, but I don't see that. I don't see these gonna win this. As long as we don't make a mistake, which is kind of likely, TBH, because I stink. I'm so bad right now. I'm so bad right now. You're gonna go for Seismic Toss again. Like, how is this even fun? Like, seriously, like, anybody who plays Stall, like, why is this entertaining? I understand that, like, you know, sometimes if you're playing in a higher ladder situation, that you have to be more savvy with your prediction play and all that stuff. But when it's just like the same thing over and over again, like, I don't know. I guess it's just not for me. Maybe I shouldn't judge people, but I just hate facing teams like this. The only thing that's good about it is beating teams like this, especially if you're gonna beat it with a stupid set like a refresh. Work up Pidgeot. Oh man, this is gonna be golden if we can sweep here. So we are up to +4, and that does so much damage, and we get the confusion. And it hurt itself in confusion. So this thing is dead. He might try to switch it here. He might try to go into Quagsire. Yep, there it is. Figures. He doesn't want to lose that Chansey. And that is unboosted because of Unaware. So Quagsire, he has to sack something now. Yeah. I think it's over for him. Now he has to go into Klefki, right? Because that's his only resist. No, he's going to go into the Umbreon. That might get KO'd. Unless it's, you know, fully specially defensive. Yeah, it's just gone! Gone! How many times do you see Umbreon taken out in one hit by something that's not super effective? Now he's going to go back out into the Chansey. This is going to be gone too. Bye! Bye, fancy Chansey. See you later. He's going to forfeit. There it is! I knew it! See, it's so predictable! That was fun. That was fun. I know it was like a boring game, but it's all worth it when they forfeit to a World Cup Pidgeot. Oh my gosh. That took up so much time though. You can go for one more. Maybe two more, depending on how long this next game is going to be. We will see about that. I'm actually having fun. I'm having fun. I feel like I don't entirely know what's going on, but, you know, it's coming back a little bit. It's coming back a little bit. I just need to figure out what some of these Pokemon do and, you know, learn how to, you know, manage my resources a little bit better. It'll come back. This isn't too bad for a, you know, first go at it. Taking forever to find a match. Here we go. Another Togekiss. It's a pretty bulky team. He's got the Milotic and the Aggron. I'm assuming Aggron's going to start off, which means it's pretty safe for me to start off with my Swampert as well. Either that or the Klefki is going to start. I'm assuming that's Mega Aggron. Yeah, he's going to go out into the Aggron to start things off. So he's probably going to go for Stealth Rock here. He can't T-Wave me. I'm just going to Earthquake. I mean, this thing does not have reliable recovery, so we want to start getting damage off. That really did not do a whole lot. But now we can go for Scald and try to get burns on stuff, especially if he wants to be cheeky and switch into something like Flygon or Togetic. I don't think he will, but he could. And if we could, you know, sneak a burn on one of those two things, that would be fantastic. Now he's actually going to stay in. We don't get a burn there, but we do get roared out into Haxorus. That's not what I want. That is not what I want. I don't want to be setting up here, I don't think. Earthquake is not going to kill this thing because Mega Aggron is just stupid fat. Stupid fat, and it's got, what is the name of its ability? Filter? Something like that. You can't do a lot of damage to it, basically. That's just what it comes down to. So I kind of want to go back out into Scizor here. I mean, he can't really do anything to me. He's going to go for the Heavy Slam. That does not a whole lot, especially when you consider the leftovers. We can defog immediately. And he's actually going to go for the Earthquake here. Okay, that did a decent amount. But we can also roost up on that. Kind of did a lot, didn't it? 42%. That is something. That is something. We're going to roost up here as he goes for Stealth Rock again, probably. There it is. And now we can go for a Defog again. And now we're going to U-turn out after this as he goes for the Roar into Infernape, which is probably the best possible thing. Now I really want to click U-turn here, predicting him to be scared out. Because I could click Flare Blitz and he goes into Milotic, which would be bad. Which he actually does go into the Milotic, so U-turn ended up being the right play there. Now we can get some momentum going, and now I should be able to go back out into Swampert and get my rocks up. Now he could Scald me. I really don't need this Swampert though. I mean, I got so much damage off on that Aggron. The only thing this is going to be useful for is switching in on like T-Waves from potentially Togekiss or the Klefki. But also having those rocks up and getting the extra damage on Togekiss and on the Honchkrow is going to be invaluable. So now that we got those rocks up, we can go for some kind of attack move. We can go for Scald again, I suppose. See if we can sneak a burn on here. We cannot. We do get some damage from Earthquake. I'm surprised he didn't go for Stealth Rock there. I'm actually extremely surprised that he didn't do that. Maybe he thought I'd go right back into Scizor. I'm going to go for Earthquake this time in case he tries to be cheeky and switch in like Klefki or something. I didn't think he was going to try to do that, but why not? And he also has 3 things immune to Earthquake, so maybe that wasn't the smartest thing in the world. But he's going to go straight into Grimsley. That's a really good nickname for a Honchkrow. Let's see. We're going to roar this out. I was actually half expecting this to be a setup set of some kind, like Nasty Plot or something. But we got all that damage off on it, which is great. And we get Klefki on the roar. And it can't do a whole lot. What is it going to do? Like, sub? I mean, I can just Scald, right? He's gonna play rough. That is not enough to get the 2-hit KO. Let me get a nice burn. Yes, and 20. What was that? 29%. That's pretty good. That is pretty good to weaken this thing. Now we can roar again as he actually goes for the Reflect. Okay, so this is like a dual screens. What is the name of that item? Light Clay. It's probably a Light Clay set, right? We did not see lefties. Did we? Did we? No, that was our Swampert that had the lefties. Okay. So he actually goes for the Pursuit there, predicting me to want to switch out and save this thing. A little bit of an over prediction, as we just I'm essentially just sacking this thing at this point. I don't need it. It has done a lot of work in this battle so far, and now that we got rid of the Aggron and the Honchkrow, we're in a really good spot. And we've got the residual damage going on the Klefki as well. Let's see. Probably, you know what? I might actually, we could save this for fodder. We could, but I'm not. I'm just gonna click. Oh, he stays in. Can we get the burn? Can we get the burn? And we get the crit. No burn though. No burn. See, this is fine because I outspeed this still with, he's gonna go for the Earthquake there. I still outspeed this with my Infernape, and I would have to see, he could switch out. If I click Flare Blitz, he could switch out into Milotic. If I click Close Combat, he could switch out into Togekiss, especially with the screen up. He's got the Reflect going. My only other option would be to go into Scizor and Bullet Punch, but with the Reflect up, that's really not an option. I'm just going to click Close Combat here, keep the recoil to a minimum, and I'm assuming now the Togekiss or the Klefki is going to come out. Going to beat the Milotic, actually. I'm assuming this is physically defensive then? See, water types give me such a problem because I don't have grass or electric, because this team is poorly constructed. Like I've said a million times, I just put together a bunch of Pokemon I thought would be cool to use. I was not trying to like win any awards with this team building. You got to start somewhere, and honestly, as long as it's somewhat of a functional team, like it's more important for me to work on the mechanics of the game and getting that back in my head. I've forgotten so much. There's going to be all kinds of comments in the coming videos about me just screwing up left and right and not knowing what's going on, and it's the truth. It is the truth. But there's only one way you learn, and that is by just doing it over and over again. So that's what we're doing, my friends. Let's see. What am I gonna do to this thing? Honestly, the best thing that could happen is have this Reflect wear off. So I'm just like burning some turns here. We still have our Lumberry intact, so I could go for Swords Dance. If he goes out into Klefki, I will Earthquake. If he goes out into Togekiss, we Poison Jab. He's actually going to go for the Scald here, stay in. He does get the burn. First turn. Okay. The Reflect does wear off. He's got 2 Fairy types. I can't click Outrage. You know what? This is physically defensive. Earthquake probably doesn't even kill it, but he actually goes into the Klefki right away, possibly predicting that Poison Jab there. But we get rid of the Klefki for free, and now he goes back into the Milotic. Now I'm actually okay with having this thing go down. I still have Scizor in the back for the Togekiss. Bullet Punch plus the rocks on the Togekiss is going to be doing a lot of damage. And I also have, you know, Choice Scarf on my my Infernape, so we're in a really good spot. I'm just going to click Earthquake, get as much damage off as possible. He goes for the Scald, does not get the KO. And now we click Poison Jab in case he tries to be cheeky and switch out the Togekiss. I don't know why he would do that, but Poison Jab should still kill, so I really don't have anything to lose. Now it's going to come down to whether or not this Togekiss is Scarfed, which, looking at his team, I'm going to say yes, and it is. He does go for the Air Slash. And Bullet Punch, I don't know if it'll kill from there. I don't know. We're probably better off just going into Heater here, the Infernape, and going for a Flare Blitz and getting off as much damage as we possibly can, and then going into our Tinsect after that and just finishing it up with a Bullet Punch. And this is already over half an hour. I think we've only done like 3 battles. I think that stall match just took too much time. Maybe I'm playing slow. I don't know. But this was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm probably not going to use this team again, so we'll be back maybe next week or whenever I get around to it for some more battles. Maybe we'll try a different tier, whatever it may be. But thank you all for watching and being patient. I will see you all in the next video. But until then, game on.